A better route. Chapter 116. The summit room was a-buzzing with different plans for what to do about Madara and what to do if he really did intend to use Orochimaru to raise an undead army. I had a very loud opinion: we've got to go after them right now. I don't think we should give them even a second to prepare a plan of attack. Obito wasn't so sure the Raikage was right. You've got to remember Madara is known as one of the most powerful ninjas ever to live for a reason. We really should have some kind of plan before we go rushing after him. The Tsuchikage scoffed a little. We're talking about someone who plans to bring an army of incredibly dangerous reanimated ninjas to our doorstep. Do you really want to give him to get that many bodies together? Obito rebutted. You've got a point, but you're forgetting about one thing. Once we get to Orochimaru and kill him, then the jutsu will end, so if we play our card right we could take him out early. Besides, I don't think with just Orochimaru Madara could create an army strong enough to kill everyone we've got. The Raikage yelled, but why even take the risk? Why not just go after him now? Mei thought she understood, because that may be exactly what he's hoping we'll do. Think about it. If we go after him now, he might have a trap set to make sure we can't intervene while Orochimaru and Zetsu get the last-tailed beasts. For all we know, he might alright have gotten several bodies strong enough to take down the other Jinchurikis. Gaara was starting to get it. I see, we want to face him on equal ground with our entire armies to make sure we don't play right into his hands. Obito nodded. See, Gaara and Mei understand. It's too risky to rush into going after him. We need to wait and see what happens before we do anything. Besides, he must know that I have powers that can counter several of his, so he wouldn't just let us rush in without having some kind of plan in place. Let's just get our ducks in order. A voice began to echo from an unknown area. While that is a wise plan, I'm afraid it will do you no good. If you don't want everyone important to you to die, you'll give up now. The wall behind all of them collapsed and something came flying out. It landed only for Sasuke to find it was a bloodied and beaten Itachi. Madara Uchiha walked out of the new opening in the wall and put his foot on the boy's chest. I believe you know this young man. Obito and Rin, and to stop Sasuke and Kakashi from attacking Madara right there. You son of a bitch, you'll pay for hurting my brother. Kakashi screamed as his mother held him back. Let me go, this asshole is going down. Naruto growled at the man. What are you doing here, you monster? Come to try and take Kurama from me? If that's the case, you're going to be disappointed, because there's no way in hell I'm letting you take him. Madara noticed how many people seemed to be furious with him and smiled. He could see he'd chosen the right person to threaten. I'm here to make you all one last offer. Give me the tailed beasts and no one else will get hurt. However, if you decide you want to fight, he pressed his foot into Itachi's chest, then I'll see to it everyone like my little relative here who stands in my way will be slaughtered. Obito was starting to feel like his son and nephew did. Leave Itachi alone, Madara. If you want peace like you claim you do, then you've got no reason to kill him. Madara leaned down next to Itachi. Tell me, Itachi, what have you got to live for? What is that makes you want to live through this? Itachi rasped out, my brother, my girlfriend, my future child. Everyone in the room gasped and Madara chuckled. Oh my, a baby on the way. Truly you've got a lot live for. He raised up his foot and stomped on Itachi's chest. A pity you won't get to see it grow up. Sasuke watched in horror as Madara snuffed out his brother's life. Itachi. Madara kicked the body to the side and looked over the room. I want you to think about all of the other people like this boy who will have to die if you go into this war. All of the good honest people you care so much about. Think about the families they're going to leave behind. Sasuke wanted to kill him right then and there along with everyone else in the room. That's why you did this? To prove a point. Madara shrugged. More or less, yes. I'm afraid I have to go now. Please think about everything I've said. I really don't want to have to kill anyone else. I'd much rather have them all in the infinite Tsukuyomi. It was a pleasure to see you all. Madara was gone in a flash, despite the Kages all jumping to his location to try and stop him from leaving. Rin was looking over Itachi, no pulse, but most of his injuries could be healed if his heart was going again. Maybe, just maybe I can pull this off. Lord Raikage, I need you here now. The Raikage gave her funny look but ran over. What in the hell do you need me for? Rin motioned towards Itachi. I've done stuff like this before, but I had actual equipment and the injuries weren't quite as bad. Still, I think I can do this with your help. The Raikage was lost. What exactly am I doing here? Rin was hoping this would work out. I'm gonna start healing the parts of his body that need the most help. Most of the damage was to his chest, so if I heal that up and have you use your lightning to restart his heartbeat, then I think I can get him back from there. I'm gonna get to work, you get your lighting ready. The Raikage asked, about how much do you think I should use? I don't want to fry him or anything. Rin was already channeling healing chakra into his chest, just enough to coat your hands out'll be enough. When I say, so slam your hands down on him. Not hard enough to hurt him, like you're giving someone a high five or something. Rin pulled her hands off him and yelled, now. The Raikage did as he was told and Itachi's body jumped a little bit. He still wasn't breathing and Rin yelled at A while she worked on some other parts of his body, do it again. The Raikage repeated the process while everyone around them watched on the edge of their seats. Well, they were all standing up, but you get the idea. Sasuke, Kakashi, Obito, and Naruto were of course the most nervous as they were about to lose one of their closest friends/family members if Rin couldn't do this. For the third time the Raikage pressed his hands down on Itachi's chest and the boy's body gave a little jump. Rin kept healing his body. Come on Itachi, you're so close. Come on damn it. The Raikage slammed his hands into the boy's chest again and the boy's eyes shot open. A jumped back and Itachi started trying to breathe. Before long he was breathing normally but he was cringing. Well, it's not every day a person dies, is it? Rin was panting but yelled, fuck you Madara. Think you'll kill one of my friend while I'm around? No damn way. Sasuke ran up to his brother, are you okay? How bad are you hurt? Itachi was still in a lot of pain. Thanks to Lady Rin I think I'll live, but it all still hurts like hell. Thank you by the way Lady Rin. Rin waved it off and said half-jokingly, no problem, always happy to save a friend's life. Obito hadn't been so relieved since Kakashi had come home. Rin asked Mifune, would it be okay if we stayed here for a while? Itachi's still pretty badly hurt and I really don't want to try and make it back to the Hidden Leaf with him in this condition. Mifune nodded vigorously, of course, we would never kick you out at a time like this. Please, take all the time you need to make sure the boy is back up to full health. If you need anything, do not hesitate to ask. Obito turned to his fellow Kages, considering everything that just occurred, I think it wouldn't hurt for all of us to stay here for the night and try to gather our thoughts. Wouldn't all of you agree? The Raikage had to say yes, after all the shit that just went down, I think all of could use a little rest. To be honest, I think you're right about needed some time to gather my thoughts too. If Madara was willing to do that just to prove a point, then I want foolproof plan to make sure that motherfucker goes down. That's when B finally woke up and started to look around, who decided to go and knock, me, what the fuck happened man? At least there was always B to cut the tension. Obito looked over at Sasuke to see how he was and realized, Sasuke. Your Sharingan. He looked up with eyes that now had a what almost looked like a shuriken inside of them, what about it? Obito mumbled, but the Mangekyo Sharingan can only being activate by killing someone extremely close to you, how did Sasuke acquire it? Kakashi cut in, well, technically the killing of a person close to you was only a theory. The only thing we knew for certain is that when it's due to an extreme emotional reaction of grief. Obito was always amazed at how good Kakashi was with jutsu theory. Must have picked it up from Jiraiya. I suppose that could be it. But wait, wouldn't you have developed it when Ino died if that was all it took? Rin realized something. Sweetie, Kakashi ran away the moment I told him about it, and he'd been gone quite some time before Zetsu reached him. If everything he said was true, which could mean it deactivated without knowing it before he got there. Maybe he does have it. Kakashi rolled his eyes. Do you really think I could have the Mangekyo Sharingan and not even know it? Obito shrugged. Why not? You've never really had a reason to activate it, and it's not like anyone taught you how to. So, here's what you do. Obito explained to his son how to activate the Mangekyo once the Sharingan was activated. Sure enough, a pinwheel appeared in his eye. Everyone expected Kakashi to be extracted, but all he did was walk towards a wall. Rin asked him, Kakashi, what are you doing? Kakashi began to lightly smack his head into the wall repeatedly. I had one of the most powerful weapons in the ninja world and I didn't ever realize it. Obito laughed at his son's antics. Rin-chan, once we're back to the leaf, I think it's quite clear we need to switch these guys' eye around. If we do it right, then all of them should be able to get the eternal version. Rin wondered, so whose eyes are going to who? Obito could see his son was still beating his head on the wall. Why don't we figure that out later? Kakashi kept repeating, stupid, 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 see you in the next one.